Oh, hi, everybody. Welcome back to Angelic Tarot and Therapy. I am Kat, and I'm here to do your weekly card video right after I log back into everything. I don't have any help today. It is my sister-in-law's birthday, so my typical tech support is not here today. There I am. Okay, there we are. Sorry about that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you've never seen the show before, what's going to happen is I'm going to throw out a few different piles of cards, and then you just pick whichever pile you want and wait for that one to be read. So we're going to go ahead and get started here today. All right. I was working a little overtime at work, so I got a little bit of a late start to boot. Sorry about that. All right. So how many, hello. How many piles are we doing? Okay. All right. So we're going to do 3 piles of cards today. Well, hi, Kathy Jardine. It's good to see you. And I'm sorry, I'm talking to my phone and not the camera, but okay. All right. So how many of these? Just one. Okay. Hi, Miss Mary. Hello, hello. All right. There we are. And last but certainly not least, we're going to use our crystal angel cards. If you have a thing for crystals like me, or if you're new to crystals and you want a stone that would help with certain things, that's what this is for. And every single stone, crystals, that kind of thing, is actually connected to the crystal grid that runs through the earth. And that crystal grid is like a highway for angels and that kind of thing. So we have the angelic crystal cards here today. All right. Okay, so we've got pile number 1, which is right here. We're going to set that up here. And then pile number 2 and pile number 3. There we are. Okay. And I'll give everybody a second to think about it for a minute. Okay. If you chose pile number 1, this is your reading. Pile number 1, talking to you. Oh my goodness. We're running out of room on the table here today. I don't know. I'll just move y'all out the way. There we go. Okay. 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 So if you chose pile number one, you are now on a brand new spiritual journey. You are on a brand new spiritual journey. This can be a romantic relationship, and for those of you that think that a romantic relationship is not a spiritual journey, we're going to talk about that another time, but I can assure you it most assuredly is. But this is talking about either a relationship with your higher power and your higher self, or a new significant other. But this is the relationship overview. So we've got a brand new relationship, falling in love, a resurgence of spiritual growth and enhanced intuition. It's like finding a new home. It's that feeling of just absolute elation and joy at the discovery of this new relationship. And that is the Ace of Cups, or the Ace of Water. The very next card is the Five of Water, or the Five of Cups. And this is not seeing the positive in a situation, things not turning out the way that you'd hoped. And this is talking about past influences. So for those of us that have been on a spiritual journey and it's like you've hit roadblocks, or things didn't turn out the way you thought they were going to, or mistakes were made and now you're crying over spilt milk, and that kind of thing. But this can be either for a physical relationship or a spiritual one. And this is talking about things not turning out the way that you thought they were going to. And this is talking about past issues. So don't let that be a hindrance to you. Don't let that stop you. The past is the past for a reason. It's time to move forward. Stop looking backward. You're not going that way. Okay. And then we have unity. Unity is the Hierophant. And unity is about traditional viewpoints or methods, but it's also spiritual awakening, seeking out mentors and like-minded friends. If this is talking about a physical relationship for you, then this would be following tradition for tradition's sake instead of carving out your own way. If you're talking about the spiritual aspect, traditional viewpoints or methods, but spiritual enlightenment, spiritual awakening. Okay. This is a resurgence. This is a coming back to yourself, a coming back to basics, if you will. And it's also seeking out mentors or like-minded people. Okay, like attracts like. So if you have been digging and trying to find that spiritual side, and you're looking for leaders and guides, then you need to find people that are like-minded. Okay. And then we have the crown chakra. Pay attention to your ideas, as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. Open your crown chakra. Okay. And I'll be doing tutorial videos on how to open your chakras and that sort of thing. But pay attention to your ideas, to your belief systems, to these awakenings that are happening. These are answers to your prayers. Okay. If this is talking about a physical relationship for you, this is saying that trust your intuition on this one. Okay. If it feels right, it feels right. If it doesn't, then pay attention. But your crown chakra, you get downloads from the divine through your crown chakra. So with that being said, if you're getting that intuitive feeling that, hey, this ain't right, then you need to pay attention to that. If it's, urging you forward, then continue to do so. Okay. And then we have truth and integrity. Truth and integrity. And I'm going to pull that right out of the book for you. You know how we do. Truth and integrity. You're guided to be very honest with yourself and to be true to yourself in all of your activities and actions. You know, when I was finding myself as far as, you know, my calling and everything that was going on, my grandmother, my Nana, she sat me down and she said, baby, I want you to write down everything that you believe personally, things that you know for certain, things that are ringing true for you on a daily basis. I want you to write those things down. And then when you're searching for your faith, when you're searching for your calling, you don't pick anything that doesn't agree with what you firmly believe yourself 1010%. If it doesn't agree, then it's not for you. And I think that was one of the most sound pieces of advice I have ever been given in my entire life. Okay. The other one was that the man, or the masculine, is the head of the house, but the woman is the neck, and we can move that head any way we see fit. And that came from Nana too. So, and then we have rubellite, and this is passion and purpose. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart, like a new relationship with the divine or another human being. If it's passionate and, you know, if it's meaningful to you, then this is saying your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. So this excitement, this, like I said, this is elation at the new home that you found spiritually or romantically. And that enthusiasm, it's what's going to drive you forward as you move along with this new endeavor. Okay. All right. Well, there is pile number 1. And don't worry, we're going to do a recap at the end, so just so everybody's aware. And now we're going to move on to pile number 2. Pile number 2, if you chose pile number 2, pay attention. This is for you. Oh my goodness sakes. Okay. All right. I think this is really focusing on balance and new relationships. You'd think we were in Libra or something. I don't know, Mary. It's like we're in Libra. I just, who knew? Okay. So now we've got pile number 2. We have awakening. Awakening. And this is the Hanged Man. Okay. But a lot of times when we are coming up into our own in a way, we forget that we can look at things from other people's perspective, and we can take a time out to really, ponder things. But it is so important to not lose sight of yourself. It is important to be yourself all the way through. Okay, don't try to hide little bits and pieces of yourself in the back of the closet or under the bed, or no. This is saying be yourself and be true to yourself, but be able to look at a situation from a different perspective and take a pause to let it percolate a little bit. Okay. So we've got a temporary standstill, looking at things from a different perspective, and it is so important to be yourself. And then right after that, we've got the Page of Air, or the Page of Swords. This is being logical, honest, okay? Having a little bit of curiosity involved, but mostly logical. This is all about the thinking part of you, okay? Not the feeling part. So challenging information, truth delivered without tact. This card, with respect to the Awakening card, this just screams twin flame relationship to me. And the reason it does is because if you're in a twin flame relationship, then that other person, your counterpart, without saying a word, gets to tell you all about yourself, okay? And it's never done in a tactful way. This is a stark realization that you have things to work on, okay? So we're looking at things from a new perspective. It is so important to be yourself and be who you are. Why? Because you're going to be shown things while being yourself that need to be healed, that need to be not worked on, worked through. That's something that I really want to change our verbiage. I know a lot of times we get accustomed to saying things a certain way, and we forget the true meaning of the words that we're using. So this is not you working on you like you're tinkering in the garage. This is working through things. Okay? You're working through things. All right. And this isn't fake it till you make it. This is face it until you make it. All right. Stare it down. Be able to look at things from other people's perspective while remaining true to yourself. And if there's something that is told to you, like without saying a word, people can, somebody does something for somebody or in front of you, they do this thing and it strikes a chord, and all of a sudden you are like very aware that you've got something that you need to heal and work through. And if that's the case, be gentle with yourself, remain yourself, and allow yourself to work through that. Okay. All right. And then we have the Ace of Air. This is the Ace of Swords. Seeing the truth in a situation. Seeing the truth in a situation, a challenging beginning, but brilliant inspiration. What happens after we work through stuff? What happens? You get inspired, don't you? You get inspired. You want to just keep working through stuff. Once you get that light bulb that comes on and you start getting over that hill, as soon as you've got that downhill momentum, it's like, wait, let's go a couple places on the way home. Let's stop a couple places. Let's work through some other things. What else do I got in this closet that I need to work through? That brilliant inspiration. It's a challenging beginning, but this is seeing the truth of a situation and being inspired by it. Okay? Yes, Mary. Venus, yes. This is, honestly, we need to plan like October, November. I'm serious. We're going to do a show with Mary because you are phenomenal. I just appreciate you so much. So the next card we have is the Twin Flame card. I can't make this up, guys. I cannot. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. Can we get it any more cut and dry? Can I spell it out any clearer? Probably not. Probably not. Okay. And then we're going to go with Serenity. Serenity. You are moving into a time of greater inner peace and tranquility. Peace of mind means feeling secure and knowing that you're always provided for, even if your logical mind can't fathom how a challenge could be resolved. Peace of mind means that you trust that God will create a miraculous solution. This sort of faith is always warranted because such things are a component in experiencing miracles. By drawing this card, the angels reassure you that peace of mind is within you. You can feel serene even in the midst of great turmoil. So serenity is your natural state of mind, and the angels are now working with you to actualize this. So guys, this is saying, look, if you're in a twin flame relationship, and if you're not, understand that this is talking about a spiritual relationship. But twin flame relationship is a higher calling on your life. It's not something to just, oh wow, it's so neat. Yeah, it's neat, but the little intricacies and the things that are discovered within yourself, that's a reward for everything that you're going through, and it's not an easy thing. Okay, so we've got looking at things from a new perspective, staying yourself no matter what, um, challenging information and truth delivered without tact. You know, you get told about yourself. And then we have seeing the truth of the situation. And even though it's a challenge, we're inspired by it. This is the answer to your question involving a spiritual based romantic relationship. You can have peace among the turmoil. You can have confidence and know in whom you have believed. That's one of my favorite scriptures. My Nana used to say it all the time. I know in whom I have believed and am persuaded that he is able to keep all that I've committed unto him. And there is nothing that is more true when you're in a twin flame relationship. And then we have self-confidence through God confidence. What did I just say? It's the tiger's eye. We've got believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. I couldn't have said it any better. Okay. Pile number 3. Pile number 3. Here we go. We're going to get you going here. And as I said, we will be doing a recap. All right. Lots of cups and swords and all sorts of stuff. All right. All right. So if you chose pile number 3, we have the Knight of Air. We have the Knight of Air. And this is events that occur at a rapid rate. This is like literally liquid fire, like you're just rolling. You are moving really, really quick here. And it's saying that you're finding creative solutions to things. The 10 of Cups, or the 10 of Water, this is in reference to not only a contented home life, but it's also it's saying that your emotional and material needs are met as far as right. So 10 is also a 1. So that means that it's come to a close. Like everything that was outstanding, now those needs are met. Now we're starting over at the 1. Okay. So we've got, and 1 we just talked about. That's that new rekindled spiritual relationship, isn't it? Okay. So those needs have been met. Now we're moving forward in a new, it's like a rekindling. It's like, let's get this party started all over again. It's like falling in love with somebody all over again. So events that go at a rapid rate, and we're getting very creative in our solutions. And now that those emotional and material needs have been met, now we're starting over with new needs and new things that we're working through. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. And this is basically, it's uncertain self-employment, but the wisdom to accept help from other people. Now, from what I see, just looking at this, if you chose pile number 3, I have a very strong feeling that you have a calling of being some kind of healer, somebody that can provide advice, comfort, counseling, hands-on healing, Reiki, that kind of a thing, guys. If you chose pile number 3, I have a very strong feeling that you have a healing ministry calling on your life. Okay. We've got, and usually when you get called into healing, it is lightning fast. You didn't even have time to think about it. It just kind of got dropped in your lap. All right. And then we've got some creative solutions. Now, your needs have been met as far as your emotional and material, but now we've got new needs. Why? Because there's a new thing. There's a new endeavor, a new home. You know, it's like you finally found your niche and you're just super excited about that. It's like falling in love with spirit all over again. And wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. You're not sure about this. You are not sure, but we're going to get some help from other people. Okay. And then we have manifestation power. Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. You have natural abilities for healing. You have a natural knack for this. This is not going to be a stretch for you. You might have to get certified in a few things. You might have to learn a few things, but you have a natural ability for this. This is not a stretch. Okay? All right. Yes, absolutely, Mary. So then we have healing. And yes, I'm going to pull it right out of the book. You know how we do. And I turned right to it. I can't make it up. Just saying. Getting a little angelic help here. So the situation that has caused you concern is on the mend. You are a natural healer, and your healing thoughts have manifested into form. What did we just say? Manifestation power. I can't word it any better. I really can't. I really can't. This is absolutely phenomenal. If you chose pile number 3, please have confidence in yourself. Understand that this is a calling on your life. This is nothing to just poo-poo away. This is a sacred calling. And it can be your words. It can be, just my husband, Caleb. We call him the hugging healer. And the reason that we call him that is because no matter what it is that is going on in your life, if you are in emotional turmoil, if you have emotional blocks, and there are chakras that are just all sorts of traffic jammed up, one hug from that man, and it's just, there's a release there. We have seen it countless times. And, there's some people, and I promise you, I've actually had it happen where there will be a knock at my door, and nearly a complete stranger will be standing there and asking if my husband is home because they are in desperate need of a Caleb hug. That is a true story. It happens all the time, and he's blessed to do it. But that's what I'm talking about. It can be something that you didn't even consider being able to heal other people. Sometimes it's your words. Sometimes if you're a musician, your music is healing to people. Or what I do, whether it be angelic healing and therapy, or, doing tarot for people, or EFT, or whatever it is. If you chose pile number 3, I promise you, you have a calling on your life. Don't brush that off and say, nah, no. Let's really look at that. And then we have Moonstone. Moonstone. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness, as it is trustworthy. I can just stop right there. All right. And it's funny too, because as soon as I said his name, he actually messaged me just now. So I'm just going to message him back real quick. There we are. Okay. All right. And he says, hello, everyone. All right. So we're going to do a really quick recap, and then we're going to throw some angel answers out there for you too, because a lot of times when we get readings like this, especially if it's a little off the wall or something that we've never contemplated before, we have questions. And that's what we're here to provide, is the angel answers. So I'm going to go ahead and get these all ready to go. You've been wanting to get a moonstone really bad. Well, I can honestly tell you, Kathy, if you take a trip down Main Street, there's this little place called Freedom Insurance, and right in there is another little establishment called North House. And if you go in there, I'm pretty sure that Miss K will have a moonstone. Okay, I'm pretty sure. And if she doesn't have, she can get one. Okay, so if you've been wanting moonstone, that is definitely the place to go, is North House. Kay has an array of crystals and various things. All right. So pile number 1, just to quickly recap for the people in the back. We've got that new spiritual relationship, falling in love, a resurgence of a spiritual growth and enhanced intuition. It's like finding a new home. We are not going to cry over spilt milk. And if things didn't turn out the way that we thought they should, keep going on your spiritual journey. A spiritual awakening, seeking out mentors and like-minded people. Pay attention to your ideas as they're messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. And truth and integrity, be you no matter what. And then passion and purpose. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's dear to your heart. So if that was your reading, we're going to get some angel answers here. Oh, I like that. Okay. Oh, I see what you did there. Okay. So we have no need to worry. Remain positive. Let go. Let go of old patterns. Let go of things that are not serving your highest purpose. Compromise, but remain true to yourself. And in the near future. Okay, so we've got in the near future, we're going to compromise, but be true to ourselves. We're going to let go of things that are not serving our higher calling on our life. Remain positive, and there's no need to worry. Okay? All right. All right. So pile number two, we've got looking at things from a new perspective while remaining ourselves, remaining true to ourselves. Basically challenging information, truth delivered without tact. You're getting told about yourself, but that leads to a challenging beginning, but it inspires you. It inspires you. You are in a twin flame relationship. The answer to your question revolves around a spiritually based romantic relationship. Serenity, peace amidst the storm, no matter what, because we know in whom we have believed. And self-confidence through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. So, okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So your answers is within the next few weeks. If you believe there's something better. Within the next few weeks, if you believe there's something better. Wait. You're ready. So we've got within the next few weeks, if you believe there's something better. They're saying to wait, but know that you're ready. Okay? And for those in a twin flame relationship, that is probably the best news you've heard all week. So moving right along here. And we've got events going on at a rapid rate, creative solutions. This is the calling of being a healer on your life. So the 10 of water, a contented, rewarding life. Your emotional and material needs are met, but we're starting over. We're starting over, which is that falling in love, finding that new home, that new niche. We're uncertain about it, but we're going to ask help from other people. Your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. You have a calling of healing on your life and heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it is trustworthy. So, for those that chose pile number 3, here we go. Big happy changes. Communicate clearly. Relationship with helpful people. Yes. And it's one of the, it's one of those like exclamation points. Yes. So here we go. One more time. Big happy changes. Communicate clearly. Relationship with helpful people. Yes. If you were in doubt in any way that you had a calling of healing on your life, the answer is yes, you do. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out today and joining me for our pick a card video. We will be live on Saturday. Success. In other words, somebody just had a light bulb that went off. You're welcome. But Saturday, we are going to do the live show, and there we do take your questions for the Archangels live, okay? And that will be at 4 Central Standard Time for those that live in any other time zone. And just to let, excuse me, goodness sakes. Just to let you guys know, we do have a lot of stuff that is up and coming. I do have the tarot tutorials if you're interested in those. But I also am going to be doing some tutorials on opening your chakras. We're going to do some tutorials on various subjects and different things. But if you want more information on that, please do message on my page. Okay. And that's Angelic Tarot and Therapy on Facebook. Okay. And if you are in need of a reading, or if you just, need some guidance, some help, whatever, I am available for that. It may take me a minute to get back to you because I am working a lot of hours where I'm at. So if I don't respond right away, please understand that I am working. I will get back to you. Okay. But I do want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. It means the world to me. You guys make this channel everything that it is and then some. Please do share the video. Please feel free to like and share. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. And I will see you guys right back here on Saturday for our live show. You guys have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye. And I keep forgetting that Caleb's not here, so I have to go shut off my camera.